Hey everyone, let's talk about Actors Anonymous by James Franco. This book is separated in three parts. We have an introduction where James Franco, as the writer and author of the book, tells us what Actors Anonymous is. And then we have the second part, which talks about the 12 steps that the Actors Anonymous have to go through. And the last part is the 12 traditions they follow. Each of the 12 steps and the 12 traditions is a separate story. Some is stream of consciousness, some are just poetry, some are short stories, some are about James Franco, some are about other people, and some are about the actor, who we think might be James Franco, probably is, but it's never really said and it's a little bit questioned. This book does not offer a story from beginning to end. We have a lot of separate pieces and it feels a little bit more like experimental writing and short stories and an anthology of experimental storytelling. Now, what I liked a lot were the chapters with stream of consciousness, which just felt like word vomit, where James Franco or someone else talked about their experiences and their feelings, and I loved the references to Hollywood actors and movies, and I really thought that was well done. But if you're not a fan of stream of consciousness, you might not like these chapters. The one chapter that uses poetry about River Phoenix is entertaining. I have no idea if it's good poetry. Probably not. It felt a little bit crude and something that I could write, and I really have no clue about poetry, but it was entertaining, and I wouldn't go looking for proper high-class poetry in a book like this. The short stories had different qualities. Some were a little bit dragging, some were more interesting depending on the characters and what was going on, but they were still okay and well done. The chapters about the actor are something completely different again. They feel a little bit like experimenting with writing style and narrative style and questioning what you said before. We have annotated chapters here where there are people writing comments and footnotes to what was said in the text and directly addressing the author and commenting and questioning what was said and saying he's like stupid for pretending it's not him, and then questioning that in the text again. Those chapters were interesting to read up to a point. At some point they were just dragging and obviously trying to use a writing style. And for me, it was a little bit too obvious, a little bit too recognizable what he was trying to do. But in general, this is a style of writing that I like, so I cannot say I was totally turned off by it. Overall, this book had its appeal, not only because of the different writing styles and the references to Hollywood and everything that's going on there, but also because it gives you the feeling that you can look into James Franco's mind. Now, I'm not a big fan of James Franco, so I've seen some of his movies, but definitely not all of them. I haven't read anything else by him or seen any of the other art that he has produced. I thought it was very interesting how he put himself, his character and his life into the book, and giving you the feeling that you really get to know him. But at the same time, he's just using it, using this text to express something. So I'm not really sure if I can trust him to believe that everything he said is true or not. And I'm not sure if you're a really hardcore fan and know about his life, if you can see all the references to his own life, which are true and which are fake, or which are references to rumors. I don't really know. But for me, it was very interesting, this level where you keep questioning how much of it is real. I think he definitely played with all of this, and he played with all the fact that people in the public always give away a lot of things, and people who follow them think they know them from what they've heard. Now, when it comes to recommending this book, I wouldn't recommend it to everyone. If you're not a fan of short story collections, of stream of consciousness, of someone basically talking about himself all the time and being a little bit self-ironic about it, I wouldn't pick up this book. Also, there is some mature content when it comes to language and sex. If you're not a fan of these things, I would just skip the book. If you're interested in James Franco and narrative experiments, I'd say give this book a try. It's a fast read. It drags a little bit to the end, but most of it just flies by. What I'm most curious about now is reading his first novel, Palo Alto, and also where he's going as a writer. Because I think he has potential, but I don't know if he can let himself go and talk about something else than himself and stop experimenting so obviously and just have it subtle in his writing. I'm curious, and I hope there will be more novels by him. Let me know what you think about Actors Anonymous, if you have read it, or in general of Palo Alto and his writing, or whatever you know and want to talk about. See you in comments, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.